So hello, welcome back to Go Again Gaming. My name is Az, and today we're just going to be speaking about the content I'm going to be making over the next few weeks, and the plan for Worlds in Barcelona. So I am going to Worlds in 2 weeks from today. I will be there in Barcelona 2 weeks from today. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. First of all, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit a little bell notification. You want to be notified of my face or just the adventures that I go on while enjoying Flesh and Blood and other games, of course. And check out the Patreon. Thanks to all my patrons who currently subscribe on that basis. You do help keep this channel going, keep the Discord going, and keep these adventures happening. Thank you very much. You're all fantastic people. Thank you. Go and support there if you can. That'd be great. Yeah, Worlds is just around the corner. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's a shame that Red Zone Rogue can't make it, but 2/3 of the Living Legends podcast will be there in the Flesh and Blood, doing all manner of different things. So yeah, I'm going to be meeting up with Bill. Bill is going to be coming into Barcelona on Thursday morning, but I'm getting there on Tuesday. So this time in 2 weeks, I will be in Barcelona. 8 o'clock will probably be 9 o'clock right now, so I will probably just be chilling out, having a few drinks, seeing who's available probably on the Tuesday. I'm going to be meeting up with Andres or Sebakaraji from the Discord. Sebakaraji, Andres appears on the Great Mail Day series, and obviously you'll probably see a Great Mail Day España version while we're out there, because Andres is going to be staying with me in the Airbnb Tuesday and Wednesday night. So we might set up some streams, we might do some stuff while we're there. Well, we will do some stuff while we're there, that's for sure. Yeah, it's going to be great, but the majority of the time is going to be spent with Bill from the Spiked Feeders and Living Legends podcast. He's coming in on Thursday, and he's going to be staying there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, 4 nights in Barca. And it's going to be a roller coaster of a time. So I just want to go through my sort of itinerary. I am lucky enough to be basically sponsored for this event by Tobias, aka the Sigillit Games. He's basically paid for all of my events, so I'm going to be. My itinerary is absolutely sorted, thanks to Tobias and his generosity. But in return, he's going to be getting all of the swag that comes with these events. So I get to play in the events and do the thing and play Flesh and Blood. He gets the promos, he gets the mat, he gets everything else that comes with those tickets, basically. So thank you very much for Tobias from the Sigillit Games. Just a quick overview on the Sigillit Games as a sponsor. They do fantastic altars for loads of different tokens on Flesh and Blood cards. So definitely go and check them out. The link's in the description box below, and if you use the code GAG for alts, you get 10% off your orders there. And it is a fantastic way to sort of elevate and spruce up and soup up your battlefield without spending too much on like the Marvel side of things. So definitely go and check them out. They look absolutely awesome, and there is going to be a huge Azalea token collaboration with Tobias coming very, very soon to patrons of the channel and other general consumers that want to get their hands on the products. Stay tuned, because it's going to be absolutely awesome. I might be flashing up some form of teaser image now for you, but we'll see. It's going to be good stuff, so stay tuned for that. But Worlds is going to be absolutely awesome. So I'm getting there next week on Tuesday. Not next week, I wish it was next week. It is going to be flying round the corner very soon, though. But yeah, 2 weeks from today, I'll be flying in to Barcelona. So I'll be flying in and getting to Barcelona around about 10:30 in the morning on Tuesday the 14th, or is it the 13th? I think it's the 14th, isn't it? Let me just check the calendar here. A bit of live checking. It's not even letting me click the bloody calendar button. Yeah, 2 weeks from today is the 14th. So I'm going to be getting there on the 14th, about 10:30 in the morning. As soon as I get there, the Airbnb have basically recommended that I ring them as soon as I arrive, and that will then allow me to potentially check in ASAP. Because I want to be doing that as soon as I can. So I'm going to have a backpack on me and obviously a sort of carry-on bag. So I want to obviously drop all the stuff off at the Airbnb as soon as I can, so I'm not lugging that round Barcelona, because Barcelona unfortunately does have a bad rep for pickpockets and petty thieves, so we do want to try and remain inconspicuous as possible there. I don't want to be standing out like a sore thumb with my bloody backpack on and bloody carry-on luggage case. Don't want to be spending too much time hanging around and milling about with that. So as soon as we get there, we want to check in as soon as we can. So I think the check-in is normally about 3 o'clock, but hopefully if we ring them as soon as we land, we can get in sooner. We're going to be getting an Uber from the airport all the way to the Airbnb, approximately probably about 30 euros, something like that. Not too bad. But as soon as we get there, just going to drop up all of our stuff off. Once we've done that, latest that will be 3 o'clock. We're then just going to venture out. We're then just going to venture out into Barcelona for a few hours while we still have daylight over there, and just capture a load of stuff on the GoPro. I'll check to see if anybody else is already in Barcelona on Tuesday, and maybe go out for a bit with them. But I'm going to be meeting up with Andres, aka Sebakaraji, around about 11 to 12 at night. So I'm still going to have an afternoon and evening where I'm basically there on my own, by myself. So if there's anybody out there that's watching this, etc., that is already in Barcelona on the Tuesday afternoon/evening, let me know, or I will be keeping an eye out on the socials to see who's there and what they're doing and all this, because I'm happy to hang out, of course, play some Flesh and Blood, drink some drinks, do whatever, mainly drink drinks. But yeah, so be waiting for Andres to come in. Once Andres comes in, obviously I'm just going to say, here's the address, come here, and obviously we're just going to chill out for a bit. Maybe we could do like a stream or something. I am taking this laptop and this camera and everything with me, so I might be able to do some streaming while I'm there before the event, perhaps. I know we are going to be capturing some content on this laptop. Potentially be doing a Living Legends podcast episode as well while we're there, me and Bill in the same room and Kel on the call, etc. But yeah, it should be fun. So Tuesday, it's just basically just getting your bearings and going out and venturing on my own, just getting my bearings a little bit, seeing what's around me, seeing how far I can go and how far I can come back, and where the shops are and all this, and filling the fridge up is another thing I'm going to be doing on Tuesday. Just going to the supermarket and just filling the fridge full of beer, getting some spirits in and all this, maybe some bacon and some meat and some bread and all this, to make sure we can survive the weekend. But yeah, then Wednesday comes around. We do have some cool things planned for Wednesday. So if you're sort of keeping up with the Flesh and Blood articles as and when they come out, Sunflower Samurai and the Spanish team basically posted an article on there recently with regards to sort of following on from their Twitter/X threads about what you can do and what you can come to expect in Barcelona. They were basically doing a daily post which detailed many things that you can do in and around the city. And following on from that, they did actually post an article for Flesh and Blood's website recently, listing some of the things that you can do. And one of the things that they highlighted was a local game store called Gameria or Gameria. I don't know how you pronounce it in Spanish, but I reached out to them, and we are going to be doing a shop tour with the OG Barcelona Flesh and Blood organised play store. Yeah, I'm going to be popping down there on the Wednesday and visiting the game store and capturing a shop tour video, which I'm then going to release that same day. So everybody who's not in Barcelona, everybody who's sat at home and can't get there for whatever reason, or can't make it this time around to Worlds, will be able to see the local game store for Barcelona, or one of the first ones that I believe adopted Flesh and Blood in Barcelona. And I always like to do this when I'm sort of abroad, when I'm sort of in a place that isn't my hometown or whatever. I do like to visit local game stores. I do like to shine a light on them, because ultimately they are the safe havens for nerds like us. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a little tour with them, and I'm going to be sticking to my word that on the Wednesday, the 15th, there will be a local game store video up on Go Again Gaming with Gameria. or Gamaria. So look out for that. On Wednesday as well, of course, Andres Sebekaraji is going to be coming with me to the game store, and we're just going to be exploring Barcelona in a general sense as well. Sunflower Samurai and the Spanish team did point out comic stores and the Nerd Triangle and loads of other things. We might try and fit in the Sagrada Familia church site as well. We're probably going to try and fit that in there. Probably not go inside, but obviously see it from the outside and all this. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of touristy things and exploring more so on the Wednesday, and I'm going to be doing that with my good friend Andres, who you would have seen on the Great Mail Day series, as well as little bits here and there of the Birmingham vlog as well. So he's going to be helping me do a little bit of filming, not only on Wednesday but also on the next day as well. But yeah, Wednesday night again, Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, going to be looking around Twitter and the socials for anybody else who has landed or anybody else who is in Barcelona on the Wednesday to potentially maybe do dinner or hang out or do some drinks or get pissed or whatever. I'm always up for it. Doesn't matter what I'm doing the next day. I don't really get hangovers unless I drink wine, which probably will not be the case in Barcelona. Mojitos all the way, or beer or whatever. Estrella is a Spanish beer. There's quite a few Spanish beers out that I want to try though. But so that's Wednesday. Then next day on Thursday is the day that Bill gets in. So on Thursday morning, Bill gets in. So we're probably just going to give him the address to the Airbnb. He's going to turn up and probably nap, I expect. He would have just come over from Winnipeg, which is an 8-hour plus journey. I think with a stopover in Germany as well before he gets here in Barcelona. But yeah, when Bill arrives, we'll see how he's feeling, see what he wants to do. But I'm sure he'll probably just want to nap before the player reception, which ultimately happens on the Thursday night, but we'll get to that in a bit. But Thursday is the day where I'm going to be recording the Flesh and Blood Team World versus Team Spain football match. So I'm going to be recording that again on Go Again Gaming. So this is my t-shirt for that, as number 69. Of course he is. Loves a bit in top and tail, doesn't he? Loves the arse end. Anyway, so yeah, going to be filming the football match, which is going to be Team World, which I'm on, versus Team Spain, and that just basically includes a lot of Flesh and Blood players from all over the world playing together through the common language of playing great games, but this time playing a sport, which is going to be good. It's the world's first sort of collaboration between players playing a game that's not Flesh and Blood. It's actually a completely different thing, but it's sport related. But I'm glad that I could sort this out because there's a lot of common threads between people that play these games. Normally it's just like geeky and nerdy stuff, but a lot of people also do like sport, and it translates fairly well. The competitive aspect of Flesh and Blood clearly translates into people that play sport and want to be competitive there as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. But the production is going to be hopefully as good as I can get it. We're going to have a GoPro on each goal. So whenever someone scores a goal, you're going to be able to get a close-up of that sort of angle of them shooting in it going in. We're also going to have a camera set up on the centre line, like a wide shot on the ground level. But if we can get an elevated position, which this place does have, it's a leisure centre, and if you look on Google Maps, there is like an elevated rooftop area where if we could get the centre camera up there instead, looking down at the pitch, to get like a big wide shot of the pitch, that would be absolutely fantastic. So hopefully the leisure centre will allow us to do that. If not, we'll just make do with the sort of ground level centre camera. There will be 3 cameras set up, well 4 actually, but there'll be 3 stationary cameras set up, 1 on each goal, the centre line one, or the one that's from the elevated position on the rooftop. And then we're also going to have Andres, aka Sebekaraji, doing some dynamic handheld shots as well, and this will include both action of the actual game as well as a lot of preamble to the game as well, like me setting up, me introducing what the video is going to be, little player interviews, little B-roll bits of us all training in our gear and all this. and little snippets of the players as well that are playing, maybe their favourite hero and their sort of favourite footballer as well. Lots of content's going to be coming out for that football match. Hayden Dale's going to be there as well, so he might help with a little bit of it. But it's going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to do that. It's going to be fantastic. I don't know whether it's going to come out that same weekend or whether it's just going to come out after Worlds has concluded. I think it's probably going to come out after Worlds has concluded, because I imagine a video with that many cameras and stuff and that much setup is going to take a while to edit. I'm probably not going to have enough time to release that on that weekend. And coupled with the fact that a lot of people are probably going to be watching the World Championship stream anyway, they probably won't want to turn away from that stream to go and watch a football match. I think that's something that can be saved till after the event is concluded. But if you're watching this far, leave a comment as to what you prefer. Yeah, after that football match concludes, we'll be going back to the hotel room, getting freshened up, and then heading over to the venue for the player reception, which happens, I believe, around about 7 o'clock. So you do need a ticket for this. I did buy a ticket for this myself because I knew that that was one thing I needed to do while I was there, is make sure that I'm present for the player reception, which is always a great thing. It's just like everybody's there, from, you know, not just the players that were invited, but also people that have bought tickets like me, that are just there for the spectacle of LSS being on stage and announcing loads of different things. And they got a few things lined up to announce as well, I believe, at the Barcelona player reception, so that's going to be quality. And there's always drinks, there's always food there as well, so you better believe that I'm going to be making the most of that while I can. And then just see where the night takes us. After that, probably go and get absolutely plastered before we do some stuff on the Friday. But the Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be pretty heavy with regards to the flesh and blood stuff that I'm going to be doing personally. And this is all because of Tobias, aka the Sigillit Games, because he has bought me a load of tickets to play in various events in return for just giving him the promos that come along with that, right? So he's bought me a Fabled package, as well as all of the Sagrada Familia Sigil of Solace events, basically. So we'll go through those now. So on the Friday, after the player reception, I've got a 10 a.m. event for the Sagrada Sigil CC. So this is like a CC side event where you get one of the Sagrada Sigils if you enter. So I've got that. So that'll be going straight to Tobias, and I'll see how I go with regards to the CC event itself. I'm going to be playing Azalea all weekend. Of course I am. Let's be honest. So yeah, it's going to be good to see how that goes, the Sagrada CC event. But regardless, going to get one of the sigils, and that's going to go straight to Tobias for paying for my tickets, of course. Then later that day, we've got a 3 p.m. Super Armory, and that's all CC as well, and that is just a side event. So I'm paying for that out of the side event vouchers from the Fabled package. And then the rest of the afternoon, evening on Friday is completely free, so that's just going to be hanging out with the community, hanging out with Bill and everybody else that's going to Worlds. Leave a comment in the section below if you are going. We'll have to meet and get some drinks and just get absolutely fucking wasted. But that's what it's all about, really, just meeting people in the flesh and blood, playing some great games, yes, but also just getting absolutely fucking wankered and having a great time. Anyway, next day is Saturday, and again we're doing more CC, so 10:30 we're going to be playing CC side event, and that's going to be used by using some of the side event vouchers as part of the Fabled package. So again, going to be playing Azalea in that side event, just getting in as much CC as we can, because that is our favourite format. Let's be honest, CC is the way it's meant to be played. And then later on that day we're doing another Sagrada CC event at 3 o'clock. So again, going to be cashing in one of those sigils for Tobias, and then seeing how far we can get with Azalea in that event as well. And then again, Saturday night, Saturday evening, maybe get fucking wankered, go back to the room, maybe do a stupid drunken stream on Go Again Gaming, unfiltered, uncensored, all this bollocks. But yeah, it should be fun nevertheless. But I imagine, depending on how people do and what people are doing on the Saturday, there'll probably be a lot more people that are free to go out and get wasted, go out and get plastered, depending on what happens during the day. Because that's going to be day 2 of Worlds, isn't it? Because Worlds is a 3-day event, isn't it? I believe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then on the Sunday, we've got 2 events, and these are some big events. So we've got the 9:30 a.m. Battle Hardened Living Legend format that we're going to be doing. We're going to be playing Azalea in that format, of course. Why the fuck not, eh? I spoke to Levi very, very briefly on Discord about it, and he said that Azalea is not in a bad place with regards to Living Legend format now that all the Outsiders cards and stuff have come out and all this. So Azalea is pretty solid nowadays, but Bravo, star of the show, is still an absolute menace. And when I did the Twitter poll, can I get that up now? Probably won't be able to get it up this precise moment in time. I might include a graphic somewhere that shows the poll that I did. But I basically asked the community on Twitter what hero they would play if they were playing in the Living Legends format. Here it is, I've got it now. So I said a couple of days ago, October 26th, what will you be playing at the battle-hardened Living Legend format at Worlds? So I noted down Chain, Starvo, Prism, and Other. There was 97 votes. 11.3% said Chain. So that's what? Maybe 9 or 10 people said Chain. 44.3% said Starvo. 15.5% said Prism. And then 28.9% said Other. So based on those stats, I know it's not a huge poll, but it seems like, 40-50% are going to be playing Starvo, because why the hell not? And that's probably Azalea's toughest matchup, is playing Guardians in general. But yeah, 28% also saying Other. So people want to be playing Icelander, Phi, Briar, Lexi in these formats as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how Living Legend format turns out. I just want to be able to dodge as many Starvos as possible. If I come up against Chain and all this, I think Ren the Ledger is still an absolutely ridiculous card against those heroes that still want to try and break the game by playing as many actions as possible. I still think Ren the Ledger can keep those characters in check, although it's going to be a lot more swingy in this format, obviously. But that's going to be an absolute blast playing Azalea in Living Legend format. And I haven't even played against Starvo. I wasn't even really playing Flesh and Blood when Starvo was out, right? I still am not really involved in the competitive meta or the scene or anything like that. I'm just playing the games to have fun. So it's going to be funny and interesting to see how I play against the Living Legend heroes, because they've already had the chance to play against them, because I wasn't playing in those metas at the time when those heroes were running rampant. So it's going to be interesting. So yeah, the Battle Harden starts at 9:30 on the Sunday, and depending on how we do, we'll probably drop out of that fairly early if we're just getting absolutely starstruck, bloody, dominate +2, go again garbage from Starvo. But we'll see what we run into. It's going to be documented nonetheless. I'm going to report on all my results regardless. And once that finishes, or once we drop out of that, we're going to be playing some more Sagrada CC at 3 o'clock that same afternoon as well. So again, just cashing in that Sigil of Solace promo, which is going to be given to Tobias, and that's going to be his playset of sigils from me sort of attending these events. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. But that's pretty much all I've got. Well, pretty much all I've got lined up. That's a crap load of Flesh and Blood that I'm going to be playing, all of which is CC. Oh no, sorry. On the Sunday, the 4 p.m. is actually sealed. So the 4 p.m. Sagrada event is on Sunday after the Battle Hardened. Is actually sealed. I was reading the wrong thing. It's actually 4 p.m. Sagrada sealed. So that's going to be bright lights, I imagine. Which again, I haven't really done much of. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes there. But I think the general consensus is just Teklovossen it out, baby. We'll see how it goes. Teklovossen pile, let's go. But yeah, it's going to be a cracking weekend. Cannot wait to play lots of Flesh and Blood this time, and then obviously go out partying with some of my favourite people in the community. But what are you doing? Leave a comment in the section below. Are you going to Worlds? If you are going to be there, come and find me. I'm going to be giving away some Azalea Cult swag, which may or may not have to do with the Tobias at Sigilate Games. But also Bill, who I'm going to be spending a lot of time with and hanging around with for the majority of the weekend, is also giving away some Good Deeds promos as well. So go and seek out Bill from the Spike Feeders and one of the thirds of Living Legends podcast. because he's going to be giving out some good deeds promos, which is good. But really cannot wait for this weekend. It is a shame that the full Living Legends podcast can't be there. It's unfortunate that Kel can't be there. I would have loved to have seen you again. But there is always next year. We always have a lot more time to potentially spend together. And if you can't make Barcelona for whatever reason, that is also fine. You cannot do everything. You have to miss certain things. You can't be there all the time. You can't be omnipresent all the time. None of us are that liquid in this community, I don't think, right? So you do have to pick your battles. I'm probably not going to be going... Well, I probably... For definite, no, I'm not going to be going to New Zealand because I'm definitely not invited at this stage, I don't think. But yeah, nevertheless, it's going to be a fun time, Worlds. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, let us know if you are going. And if you haven't joined the Discord already, then the link to the Discord is in the website URL in the description box below. And obviously, if you're considering ways to help support the channel, then check out the Patreon as well. All of you guys who contribute on there are fantastic. Thank you very much for supporting this absolute whirlwind of a channel and me as a person, really. So thank you very much. And we'll see you to do it all over again very soon. The next video is probably going to be a Worlds video. But I just wanted to give everyone an update as to what you can come to expect. And of course, all of this stuff will be documented. I'm going to be carrying around my GoPro like I always do, putting it in people's faces, putting it up people's asses. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We'll see you soon. Cheers.